This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Are you looking for sealed product and singles? You can find it all on Channel Fireball. Please use my Tailmon affiliate code when checking out to help support my content. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. If you're from Europe, Millipods Gaming has a wide array of sealed products, singles, and more. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. Want to show off your love for Tailmon? Check out my 2021 merch. These new hoodies and shirts are available on Amazon. Click on the link in the description to get yours. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. Now you might be wondering what this is. This bonus video is not expanded, it's not TCG Pokédex. Today we're gonna be featuring a sort of new section in the channel which will be called the other section, right? So I'm sure a lot of you are aware that in the Limitless tournament websites you can click on any tournament and then click on the metagame tab and take a look at the different spreads and the different lists and how many of each deck were played. Well, there's always a section of other decks, right? These are decks that have not been classified either because they're not popular enough or they play a combination or a weird combination of Pokemon that is simply not recognized by Limitless, right? By the automated Limitless website. So this is one of the decks that caught my attention from the last Chill Series TCG tournament, an over 800 player tournament, so I figured there should be some spicy decks in there, and this is the one that caught my eye, featuring the BARRASKEWDA. So BARRASKEWDA allows you to use targeted skewer. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon for each damage counter on that Pokemon, right? So pretty solid, right? Pretty solid attack, similar to Esper in the CATURDAY archetype that is going around right now. And then Jet Headbutt does very little damage, honestly, but we're going to combine this with the Inteleon lineup. We're going to be utilizing our quick shooting attack in order to put our ability, to put the damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. And we're going to be using Shade Dealings, potentially attacking with Aqua Bullet as well. So what I wanted to do is, this is the list that Mr. Peanut 03 played to a 5-for-1 record, very respectable, I would say, you know, 5-for-1 record. And he actually, wow, there were 10 Swiss rounds, I did not realize. I thought he made day 2, that's fine though. He ended up beating a Shadow Rider Calyrex deck, an ADP, a Urshifu, an Urshifu Dragapult deck, a Calyrex Inteleon, and an Excadrill Weezing. So pretty interesting decks that he beat. So what I wanted to do, is first look at the deck list and potentially make changes, right? So first off, right out of the bat, I feel like there's definitely potential in the other BARRASKEWDA, the one that does a lot of damage. BARRASKEWDA, there we go. This one, the Spiral Jets, doing 130. Discarding to water energy cards, obviously not ideal, but something to consider. But at the very least, I feel like having more of these and like a 4-3 line would be beneficial. So the first thing I'm going to do, I know I have more than 60 cards, PC Joe, thank you very much. So first off, I want to increase this line, right? Because this is the big hitter, the big damager. And I figure one of these is not a bad option either. So then in terms of energy, we do have the 4 capture energy, which is very important in helping us set up. We only have 6 energy total, but I'm sure we'll be able to find more space. For example, with the Fan of Waves, right? I definitely don't think you need Fan of Waves here. You're not trying to delay your opponent's setup, you're trying to damage as quickly as you can. Clara is another card that it's recovery and it's supporter based. I absolutely do not think that's necessary. We have a Pulp Band, games last so little, there's definitely no need to recycle supporters with this deck. Definitely don't need that. I do like the telescopic sight for extra damage, but I feel like overall in terms of maths, between these and the damage you could deal, like doing 130 and then that leaves whatever Pokemon you want to like target down perfectly in range, So I'm gonna say we don't need 2, right? We're gonna keep 1, but we don't need 2. I like the escape rope, I like the U-turn board for versatility purposes. Everything has a 1 retreat cost, and as you can see, we've already opened up a little bit of space. Only 4 supporters is definitely not something I'm comfortable with. I would like to increase the amount of Marnies to at least 6, even though we have Inteleon and Drizzles and whatnot. I was thinking I would like a 4th, but we do have rare candies. I like the idea of rare candy as well, so we're gonna keep it that way. So what I'm missing, or what I would like, is an energy retrieval, I guess. 6 waters is a little on the lower end, if you will. There's no quick pulls either. That I don't like as well. The betas feel very awkward. Like, I understand their use, but I feel like just 1 should be enough. So I'm gonna cut 1 there. No quick balls has me nervous now, though. Yeah, no quick balls has me a little nervous. Maybe I'm exaggerating with this? No, I don't think I am. I generally don't think I am. I'm definitely not exaggerating with putting more supporters in the deck. So if I have 1 more space in the deck, I feel like a 2nd Pokecom would be good. No quick balls, but I do have level balls and 4 capture energies, so it's sort of like 4. The ideal for consistency would be 4 capture, 4 quick ball, 4 level ball. You know what? I'm actually gonna try and fit that. I'm gonna take these 2 out. That's 2 spots. Ooh, 4 Scoop Up Net. I had not realized there's 4 Scoop Up Nets. You definitely don't want Scoop Up Net in this. Wow, that opens up a ton of space. That actually opens up a ton of space. To the point where I think I want the 2nd boss. I'm considering the 2nd beta, but I feel like a 7th water is gonna be good enough. Now we're talking, right? Scoop Up Net, good, but I don't know, you're not getting too much recyclability out of these, I feel. With no Scoop Up Nets, I feel like you want a 3rd. Quick Shooting Inteleon. Alright, so this is where I would leave the deck list at this stage. This would be my first attempt, okay, at working on the deck list and trying to improve it, trying to have it do what it needs to do more often, right? Which is usually like the purpose of your deck when you build any given deck, right? You want it to accomplish something, right? You want it to do something. So by making your deck more consistent, by having more BARRASKEWDA, it's more likely I'll be able to use the BARRASKEWDA to attack successfully, right? And the alternative BARRASKEWDA also serves the same purpose as the Inteleon, which it seems like my opponent was trying to attack with. So we'll see. Yeah, first game, based on the deck box, I would imagine we're up against Look Metal, which is not great because they do prevent the damage counter placement. With 4 capture, 4 quick ball, and 4 level ball, I do fancy my turn 1 setup chances. Somehow we mulligan with 10 basic Pokemon in the deck against the 8 basic Pokemon in the deck. And we start with the 2 that we don't need, right? We need Sobbles and the basic of BARRASKEWDA, yet we start with the 2 that are not. And no searching cards either, right? No quick balls, no level balls, no capture energy. Literally the worst possible situation right here. Literally the worst, absolute worst possible situation we could be in is the one we are currently in. The worst possible start. But it's okay. Yeah, we'll see. How likely is it that I get a win with this deck? Not very likely. But we're gonna try. Now we're gonna try for at least 2 games, maybe a 3rd one. Ooh, it's actually ADP, so having started like this is even worse now. Definitely against ADP. Yeah, how do I ever beat ADP? There's no way. There's no way. I mean, this person did beat an ADP somehow. An ADP that went 1-5 drop. So I guess that's one way to beat ADP. Okay, well, still not drawing great. Still no arrow friend. I get some damage, I guess, on the ADP. The only way this works, though, is if my opponent fails to GX next turn, and even then it's very questionable. Very, very questionable. Out of the 12 good turn 1 cards such as Capture, Level, and Quick Pull, we've only found 1. So, a little underwhelming, but we'll see. We're gonna see a Quick Pull, so we're gonna see the DNAs, we're gonna see a bunch of stuff. My opponent was thinking, what the heck am I going up against? But I'm definitely not very threatening at the moment. If I could somehow get a KO next turn on the ADP, then that'd be fantastic, because I'm not going to. That Crobat is completely unnecessary for my opponents, and a complete waste, but the fact that I'm playing this deck makes it so that it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and concede, save myself the time, and find a better game to try and showcase the deck. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? Like, I'm not looking for the next hidden BDIF in the other section. I'm just trying to play some original ideas, try to show how you can improve a deck list, right? Given the fact that I am a little good at this game, not great at drawing cards, right? I'm not great. Look, 10 basic Pokemon, mulligan. I'm not great at drawing cards, but my knowledge, I feel like, is decent. My actual gameplay can be lacking sometimes because of my luck, but I'd say overall my knowledge is top tier. Or I'd like to think so. Alright, that Drizzled top deck just saved my butt. Otherwise I was going to be dead drawing, so I'm going to go double Subble here. What does this do? Search your deck for up to 2 BARRASKEWDA. Okay. Yeah, double Subble, and then maybe next turn I can go and do the Flock attack. Or I can just... I mean, targeted score won't work, right, next turn, because there's not going to be anything benched. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The fact that my opponent is playing a VMAX deck and I'm not a VMAX deck is actually really good. Okay, we're gonna see a Gengar Q, which, if that's my first target that I attack, that is fantastic, right? That is actually fantastic. So there might be merit if my opponent goes GX attack next turn, right? Which it seems like that's what they're gearing up to do. Then I can hit for 60 and then finish that guy off later on. So that would be very good. That Rare Candy top deck. I mean, I could go Incense, and with the Incense grab the Shady Dealings in Tillian, and with the Shady Dealings in Tillian, I could grab 2 cards. What 2 cards do I need, though? Honestly, I could get another Level Ball to establish another Subble, and then grab a Research. That seems okay to me. That actually seems okay to me. Alright. Because I can flock for the other BARRASKEWDAs, so that's pretty nice. Can't guarantee myself the energy as well. I feel like I have good chances of finding energy, and I also don't necessarily want... Well, I'm not gonna flock, actually, right? Yeah, never mind. I'm gonna level ball for this. I want to evolve the BARRASKEWDA. Yeah. Evolve the BARRASKEWDA, and we'll go ahead and research. So pretty decent. I do get the energy, which is fantastic. That gets me another Sobble. Could get Fion and use it. Because hitting this guy for 60, it's not that impactful. I feel like having another Sobble is just going to be overall better in the later stages of the game. And then with 5 cards, how likely is it that my opponent just attacks instead of using Horror House? I am going to assume not very high. So we'll go ahead and Jet Headbutt for 60. So that Alchemy has already been marked, right? If my opponent makes a mistake, because it would be a mistake of evolving that into Alchemy VMAX, my opponent would actually be helping me win the game, right? And I think we'll be okay. And if my opponent doesn't attack me, we'll see, To see a deaded change. This guy is powered up, so does he risk not getting the knockout? That's the question. Horror House for 2 definitely feels underwhelming for him overall. I hope he Horror Houses. That would be best case scenario for me. He's thinking about it. But he gets the Poltergeist right. Okay, well that's not good for me. That's for sure. It's definitely not good right here. Okay. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put the things back. Everything back. And then we're doing this. The question is, who do I attach to? I reckon this and Tilden, honestly. I'll go Martin. Yeah, this Intillion actually seems like the better Pokemon to attach to. Okay. This is not great actually. So I'll evolve now so I have access to the trainer next turn. But this is not looking great at all. So I don't have anything that I can use for fodder, right? I don't have anything that I can use for this card fodder. I think it has to be the Drizzle, unfortunately. That's the Pokemon that I can afford to go down. And I can't even really afford it. I generally can't really afford it, but it is what it is. Door powers up the other. Calyrex makes sense. The energy attachment, the energies and the attacks are what is definitely going to let this deck down. Nice, okay, my opponent doesn't even knock me out. That is fantastic, actually. That is actually the best case scenario that could have happened. My opponent, in order to save the 2 energies, he decided not to get a guaranteed KO, which is a humongously bad mistake. Alright, this gives me hope. Now, I'm decently confident that I'm gonna win this game. Well, not with this hand, I'm not. Not with this hand, I'm not. I'm not gonna bench the Fion because I can't afford to let my opponent knock out the Fion. Excuse me. Oh wait, wasn't it to 2? Oh, it's only to 1. Yikes, okay. I thought this was the Zero and I thought it did 20 to 2 different Pokemon. I should have done this, the 20 damage right there. That's my bad. That is definitely my bad. That is definitely my bad. Because now... yeah, this guy's gone. I have nothing in my hand. I mean, I can KO the Gengar Q whilst doing damage to this, so that's not bad at all, right? That's actually not bad at all. We'll be getting 3 prizes. I can actually like bring this guy up just to stall. Okay, so hear me out. If my opponent uses boss, they lose, right? If my opponent uses boss's orders, they just lose. I need some really good prizes here though. Like really, really good prizes. I am getting 3, so we'll see. And I still have like, even if my prizes are not useful, which that's not useful, that's not useful, that is very useful, thank you. I guess my opponent uses boss, they don't lose, but... So the plan now is to use Fion, send this guy to the bench and then knock it out. That's the plan, yeah? 2 quick shootings, that's 120. 12 damage counters times 2, 24. 12 plus 24 is 36. So we might be able to beat this deck. All we need is the BARRASKEWDA. All we need is the 1 copy of, or 1 of our BARRASKEWDAs. We have 3 outs in a 16, more than 16 card deck, because I can thin the Mew. So I'm drawing essentially half my deck. We just need 1 evolution, and we have 3 outs. There it is. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Wow. So, I mean, this feels like a worse CATURDAY deck in a way. This feels like a worse CATURDAY deck, I guess. Definitely feels like a worse CATURDAY deck. But hey, it was nice and we got a win. So who knows, you know? I definitely know what I'll be naming this deck when I post it on the channel. Alright, so yeah, props to Mr. Peanut for utilizing this deck at such a big tournament, right? I didn't give his original list a try. I felt like just by looking at it, there was definitely a lot of room for improvement. I don't know how viable, well, I do know. This deck is definitely not super viable, but it's fun, right? It's fun if you're trying to complete like the water challenge, right? You get to have fun, you get to maybe rack up a win or 2 against these 3 prize decks that are not ADP, right? Just don't go up against ADP and you should be fine. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed, and you should look forward to this section or just variety on Saturday afternoons. Yeah, we're gonna be doing this other decks. I'll be looking at original decks that show up at big tournaments, and I want to give the Tricky Gyms Gym Leader Challenge format as well. So I might be tweeting to search for matches for that, or looking for people in their Discord to record matches for that. I asked Andrew for permission to do that. Hopefully he's okay with it. I don't see why he wouldn't be, but better to ask. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.